All right. It's Sunday night. Seeing out the weekend with a little stream where we will be looking at some Laserdiscs a bit later. And I'll do a premiere of my book movie video. And if we're going to have the usual quiet start, I might make a short video because I found one that sounds interesting and I want to try it. And also a quiet start, so I'm going to get the pieces of it. Dry gin. Melbourne Dry. Open this bottle of Archero's Bone Dry, which I got on special, for which as per usual for me, forgot some stuff. I'll go out and get it in a bit. Do I ever get tired of saying it wouldn't be me if I didn't forget something? But I do. Always friggin' forget something. Hey, Charlie, how you going? Oh, thank you. I hope you had a good day too. My day was fine. Do. Ah, dear. What's going on here? Oh, yeah. I always friggin' forget something. Man, this has been a friggin' pain, by the by. Oh. This bloody plastic seal they put on a lot of the bottles can be a real friggin' pain to get off. Dang it. Hello, Fletcher. How you doing? Nice. Absolute rippers on the Laserdisc front. Looking forward to getting some rippers. Right. After all that effort, I'm going to make a cocktail with this. Okie dokie. I'll put the book away because I had that out this afternoon for some B-roll. I have to fix up the placement here. Let me just check something. Okay, that works. Move these over. Doing the Home for the Elderly promo. There we go. All right, so what I want, Aquavit, which is back here, I think. No, that's absinthe. Similar bottle is Aquavit. I should check out what Never Never are doing. They're doing interesting stuff. So we've got Peychaud's bitters, an absinthe rinse. I'm going to do absinthe from the Dasher. Shaw's Bitters. Now let's get everything ready to rock and or roll. Man, oh, the aroma's coming off these. The juniper, the anise. It's all happening. Okay. Right, let's do this. Okay, I didn't bring the cameras in here either. How could who do what? Oh yeah, Leica they left up in space. Yuri Gagarin they brought back. Okay, my orange peel, which is one thing I forgot. Let's put this here. Mrs. Angry's out there playing No Man's Sky. Well, they were Russians, Fletcher, so I assume they gave the dog vodka. They're not monsters. It's like a Project Hail Mary. The astronauts are going on a one-way mission so they can choose their way of death. One of them's going, I'm taking a massive overdose of heroin. Okay, and a light. Like the ones the Smiths had, this is a light that regularly goes out. Let's do this. Okie dokie, got everything in place. And it took me a little while. Okay, I'll do the thing that I always talk about, but I always forget to do. I'm going to chill my glass. Just like the professionals do. That'll do. Okie-dokie-dokie-doo. Now, what are the measurements? 45 mils. Okay. Not missing a boot. Yeah. The gin's like drinking gin with nothing else in. And we're ready to go. Let's do this. Okay. We go the gin, the aquavit, the lemon juice, sugar syrup, my lime oleosaccharum, he actually wants a little bit more. Just a little bit more. 1 dash of Peychaud's bitters. I think it's a weak dash. 2 dashes of absinthe. All right. Ice baby. Do this. Right, let's get this going. Okie doke. Now I'll do the quick talky bit. Hey, Greg and Justin. Okay. Turn that on. Turn this on. Turn that shit up. All right, I think that's a bit right. Is this ready to go? Okay, and don't post anything to Discord while I'm doing this. G'day, cocktail lovers. This cocktail is called a Swiss Kiss, maybe from a Swiss Miss. It has aquavit and absinthe in it. I'm guessing that's the Swiss references, but what the hey? I just thought it sounded interesting. It's a variation on a gin sour, essentially. So let's give it a taste. Oh, all those herbal elements coming through with this really nice dry gin I used. This is a little bit sharp from the lemon juice as well. So overall, a very interesting collection of flavors in here. I will show you how to make it. In a shaker, put 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of dry gin, then 1/2 ounce or 15 mils of aquavit or an anise liqueur, then 1/2 ounce or 15 mils of lemon juice, then 1/4 ounce or 7.5 mils of sugar syrup, 1 dash of Peychaud's bitters, and 2 dashes of absinthe. Oh, car going past. Or is that a plane going over? It's a plane going over. Oh Christ, that's going to go on for ages. But yeah, I think the microphone will pick that up. Fucking timing. Now it's just going on and on. Oh, fuck's sake. I'll put music under it, hide it. That's why one of the reasons I use music. So I don't even remember if I did the last bit. I'm just going to repeat it just in case. And as to the shaker, shake that for 10 to 15 seconds to chill and dilute the drink. Then I'm straining that into a chilled Nick and Nora glass. Those anise flavors from the aquavit, the absinthe, and the Peychaud's bitters bring a really interesting element to this. I'm a great fan of a gin sour. If you make it with lime, it's usually a gimlet. This one's with lemon juice. It altogether, though, is making this its own thing. Kind of reminds me of multiple things. I did dashes of absinthe. You could do an absinthe rinse if you wanted. There's various ways to put just a little absinthe in. I did the dashes because it was the easiest, but it tastes good, and I recommend you try a Swiss Kiss. Cheers. That's a helicopter because it's still fucking there. There's no way a plane would still be there. Oh, god damn. All right, that's that. I feel like I accomplished something doing that. All right, all right. Oh, and I'm going to open the cupboard for the video as well. Laser discs. Because it just kind of looks cool. Okay. The plane. You got it, Greg. It could be UFO over Moorabbin, Fletcher. Yes, Fletcher, a little bit of Sound of Music vibes with this one, I think. Ooh, at Potts Point, go on the roof on Friday nights to drink gin at sunset. I mean, cheers to that. All right. Got this orange peel left over from Friday night. Put it in water so it wouldn't dry out. Being very arbitrary and putting it in there. And to hell with it. I'm having a cherry as well. Do. Safia parents bought a 55-inch 4K Samsung TV. Good for them. I didn't even know how big the sizes of TVs are anymore. Is that big, mid-size? God, keep skewering the cherry in a weird way. There we go. I'm going to have to drain some syrup off this to make it easy to get the cherries. Go out and get a backup one. There's yellow chartreuse in there. Okay. I'm going to putting a splash of yellow chartreuse in this drink as well. It's a kitchen bench TV. That's small these days. See, I don't remember. Are there any lesbians left in Melbourne? They all moved to the inner city. I think there's some still here. It's not something I keep a regular check on, so I can't be sure. Man, all that. The lemon juice is the strongest. I don't really have a high tolerance for citrus in cocktails. I always want less that's on than what is on the recipe. Retro, your mum's got a 19-inch TV. Now that's a small one, isn't it? But we were saying 55-inch, that's oh, it's not tiny. What's that? That's like 140 centimeters. Fletcher, I have both lime and lemon juice. I was going based on the recipe. Now, usually for a gin sour or a gimlet, I would use lime juice. The recipe for this one specifically said lemon juice. So try it. I don't even remember how big my TV is. It's big enough for me. Retro's TV so small it makes my dick look big. Oh, Charlie, you probably noticed I finally finished Salo today. Not worth it, honestly. From now on, I will lose respect for anyone who recommends it in the Criterion closet. It was just boring. And yes, they did awful things to the teenagers and whatnot, but it's just like, ugh? Like it wasn't even structured like a movie. There was no narrative climax resolution. It was just stuff happened with a bunch of bad acting and monologuing. And my God. Hey, Celtic, you particularly like black shirts? Yeah, Fletcher, I could have done without the shit eating scene, honestly. But I mean, obviously, it was just like chocolate cake or something they were eating. But yeah, it was more or less. I watched it just to say I'd watched it, and it's on top of everything. It's boring. Like, ugh. Yes, there's gross stuff in it. Wait, I left my phone over here. But it's sort of like, ooh, I'm challenged, and I was just like, ugh. It's just pointless. So yes, that's my official take on Salo. Boring and not worth your time. And I did watch the new Keanu Reeves one, the Apple TV movie, which was not bad. It's an entertaining diversion. Again, not an absolute top-notch moment in cinema, but not bad. Fletcher, you preferred The Death of Marat by the Marquis de Sade in the Insane Asylum. Okay, I don't know that. Rachel, how's my day? My day was fine. It's kind of miserable weather, but I've just been inside watching stuff, doing stuff. You're on vacation? Paid time off. Vacation PTO. My next holiday, King's birthday long weekend, and Mrs. Anger and I are taking an extra day either side of it to have a bigger break. I just changed my tag to Cocktail Maxi because I'm down with the kids and the language the kids use. Ooh, you know what I was thinking just before doing the Laserdisc. You want to get Richo? I do a premiere. Speaking of moments of high art, a premiere of the next book movie video. And again, as I always say, this is more like a rehearsal for the book movie. Wow, what's this all about? Oh, this fucking laptop's fucking with me. Okay. It's doing that again. God, I tell you what. Well, this laptop may connect, but geez, it has a shit ton of fucking problems. That one. Yes, the sound. Share. It's working this time. Okay, so I'll do the thing. Tell me in the chat if the sound is working. G'day cocktail lovers, it's time for another recipe to go in the book, and this one falls outside my usual range of preferred cocktails. I'm a real fan of the boozy stirred cocktails, so I always get a little surprised when I try a lighter cocktail and it falls into my favorites. And that's what this one was. It's one of my favorites in 2025. It's called the Second Serve, created by Brooklyn bar owner Dan Greenbaum. This cocktail falls squarely into the sessionable field. There's no spirits in it. It comes in at less than one standard drink, which really means you could get stuck into it. You could have several of these without getting too messy. Add to that the fact it's a highball topped with soda and you put lots of ice in. It feels like this would be a perfect spring or summer daytime drink. The low alcohol content is not something I sought out in this drink. It's a side benefit. I don't drink highballs very often, but when I did this one, it was the fantastic taste that made it end up on my favorites list. One of the reasons I wanted to try it is it's a sour with no spirits, which was quite unusual as far as my experience goes. That was one of the key reasons I wanted to try it, and my curiosity was rewarded. Besides being a low alcohol cocktail, it's also quite easy to make. There's only 2 booze elements in here. The recipe calls for Amaro Montenegro, which I'll be using, but you could substitute that with your favorite Amaro. And it also calls for a dry sherry. It was recommending a Fino sherry. I'm using an Amontillado sherry because that's what I have. So whether you're at the tennis, which I think was the inspiration for the name Second Serve, or poolside, or just somewhere sunny, a whole bunch of these lined up will see you right, I think. Also, in an attempt to head off any really stupid comments, it might not be summery or sunny where you are now, so you might think this is not a suitable cocktail for me to be talking about right now. And if you weren't thinking that, and you think I'm being weird, well, first, rude. Second, I have literally had to deal with people in comments saying this before. Some people are really tied into the idea of cocktails are seasonal, and if they think I've posted a cocktail that doesn't suit the season they're in, they can't stop themselves from getting in the comments thinking, and yeah, I have said this before, and I'll say it again. If you're the type of person who posts inane, self-centered, complaining comments online, I assume that's how you sound when you talk. In dealing with this specific sort of comment in the past, I've done 2 things. Well, after I've got past all the profanity I spewed and questioning the commenter's mother's intimate relations with farm animals, then I've gone over 2 things. First, while I acknowledge educational standards are in decline, are there really people in the world who don't know there are different seasons in different parts of the world at the same time? Second, do these people not know how the internet works? When they're seeing a video is not necessarily when I posted the video. Or even if it is, if it's posted in what they think is not an appropriate time, you know what? You could come back when it is appropriate for you because the video will still be there. Myself, I don't really drink cocktails for seasonal reasons. Admittedly, maybe in the dead of winter, I'm not going to be slurping down frozen daiquiris. Or I might. Maybe I want there to be a bit more chaos in the world. I'm not scared of the seasonal cocktail police. You're not the boss of me. You're not even my real dad. Okay, I'm going to pull myself back here. Let's just talk about the cocktail. Here's how you make it. In a shaker, combine 1 ounce or 30 mils of Amaro Montenegro, then 1 ounce or 30 mils of dry sherry, then 1 ounce or 30 mils of lime juice, then 3/4 of an ounce, around 22.5 mils of sugar syrup. Shake that with ice for 10 to 15 seconds to chill and dilute the drink, and then strain that into a tall, ice-filled glass and top it with soda or tonic. The choice of what you top it with is down to you. Maybe you even want to use a sparkling wine. I find tonic a little bitter. I don't have it much. I used a lemon lime soda water that I normally like. I'm going to give this a bit of a stir. And now for the all-important taste. That's as good as I remember. Normally when I do a taste, I do a little sip. I had a few good sips there. It goes down so easy. Technically, this is just like a spritz. Spritzes are always popular in spring and summer, but the Amaro and the sherry, I think, give it a bit of depth and complexity. I love a limoncello spritz and even an Aperol spritz. Those sorts of things, they're great. I think this combo with the lime juice gives it a bit more depth. There's a nice bite from the lime juice. There's herbal elements from the aromatized fortified wines. This is just a great drink. So if you've never been able to get in on the whole spritz trend because you thought it was a bit simplistic, you want something with a bit more character and depth, I think this really has it. I really enjoy the way the different flavor elements in this come together. And you have that flexibility, like if you have a favorite Amaro or a favorite sherry, or for that matter, a favorite soda or other source of bubbles to put in there, you can play around with this. But it's a nice mix of flavors. It's very light and easy drinking, and it's really refreshing. So whether it be summer or winter, I think it's worth trying this one. The second serve, it's a spritz with a bit more depth than what many of the spritzes have, and I think you'll really enjoy it if you try it. Cheers. There we go. I'm glad you all appreciated my silly humor. Where are we? Okay, so I sent... there we go. Sorry, I'm just getting rid of things on my screen so it's not cluttered. Thank you, Fletcher, Retro. Also, I did see Celtic asked the question how I got into cocktails. YouTube. It was going to meetups at YouTube in bars. I started drinking cocktails. And it was also YouTube that turbocharged it, namely the influence of Kirsten during lockdown 2020. But I was pretty into it for a few years before that. Been into cocktails for about 10 years. But it's really accelerated in the last 5-6 years. I think you could safely say it is in the last 5 years I became a cocktail snob. And also, like, Fletcher saying your nana likes sherry. Yeah, I've kind of got this vibe. Sherry's a nana drink. Port's a granddad drink. But they can be really good in cocktails. All right. So while Charlie's getting ready with the laser discs, I reckon, rather than mix another drink, I've got my batch barrel-aged cocktail up here. The J Ward. The original Angry creation. It's a fucking awesome cocktail, and I'm gonna pour it. It looks like whiskey. Well, it is. Is it? Yes, it's whiskey and brandy. Brandy's another nana drink, I think. Associate it with Christmas pudding. Fletcher, I was never into the beers. I was wearing a mask. I literally have never drunk beer. Cider, maybe. But even that wasn't straight away. And it was someone on YouTube who got me into cider. I basically didn't drink alcohol. YouTube drove me to alcohol. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Obviously, I just chose to, but I got through 40 years of my life with basically not drinking alcohol. Und Zen YouTube. I think that's maybe why I don't get hangers. Well, first because I guess I drink enough sometimes, particularly on a Friday night, to get a hangover. I don't really get a hangover. Usually, I'm just tired. But I kind of think it's because I haven't been drinking alcohol my whole life. My body's a bit stronger. Yes, Fletcher, back when we started YouTube, there was no concept of you'd make money from it. It was literally just self-expression. Okay, Charlie's rebooting. Okay, got to give you a few minutes for that. I've got to get my microphone over here, over there. It's the same everywhere. A boy cries out for his mama before he dies for his home. You know what? I'm going to change it to new batteries. Oh, motherfucker. Which I probably don't have to, but they're rechargeable, so no harm in doing it. Take these ones out. Do. Johnny was fighting Jerry. Okay. Fresh batteries. Put the shoe back in. Then put it back in the clamp. Give him the clamps. All right. What happened to Fat Bozzy Arsted? Fat Bozzy Arsted. That was very funny how I pronounced it. Is he still? I don't know. I don't care. Racist fucking goon who steals money from cancer kitties. Honestly. Safa, we have had the heater on in the morning, actually. Yesterday and today. A fact for which the cat was quite appreciative. Yeah. Of course he's a Hansonite, because he's a fucking piece of shit. As much as I dislike Pauline Hanson and her supporters, I will put stealing money from cancer kitties at a lower ebb than being a Hanson supporter. So, yeah. I think Mrs. Angry's lady's really skinny. He doesn't have the protective layer that I have to keep me warmer. He was very cold on Saturday morning, so we put the heater on. Yeah, Fletcher, that was pretty fucking low. Like, it's a real challenge to go lower than stealing money off cancer kitties, honestly. And in case anyone doesn't know the old lore of YouTube, this is about a piece of shit who raised money for cancer kitties and then spent it on himself. Charlie, ooh, we go dry.
Yeah, went with the Vegemite one today, yeah.
Nice. All right, I'm just going to adjust the volume.
Yeah, I need my hat, though.
You're getting a hat? Okay. Charlie said there are a lot of Westerns in the Laserdiscs tonight.
That's awesome. Look at the cowboy hat he's got on. Yeah. Awesome. Pull that out when we say it's country and Western time.
All right. It's waiting just there.
Starting off with a few basics just to get off with, right?
Yeah.
And then there's going to be a bit. But thank you. I'm glad you brought that. Yeah.
Yeah, we can come off the lap.
I wish I had one. I only thought about it this afternoon of going, oh, that would be great. But then I went, no, I can't. It's too late.
Is that Soph in the background?
Yeah, Soph's just sitting over here.
Hi, Sophie.
You're on headphones. She says, hi, Sophie. You gotta yell back.
I already did.
Oh, you did. Okay, she already said hi. I'm on headphones. I can't hear her.
I said hello twice.
All right.
All right. Tell me when you're ready, and I'll turn my recorder on.
I'm ready for you to turn your recorder on.
All right, turning my recorder on. Loading.
Oh, fat Aussie bastard. Yeah, he turned out to be a prick. Yeah, he stole from a charity or something, didn't he?
Yep, from Cancer Kitties.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. All right. Can we kill the? Speaking of which, yeah, let's kill the chat box. Everything's nice and clean. I gotta close this.
Just so everyone knows, that's why I took that off, because Charlie and I are recording for his Home for the Elderly channel. We're showcasing the regular 30 Laserdiscs.
Would you like to have a go of opening tonight, or would you like me to go?
Okay, I'll open tonight.
Let's do it.
Ready to go?
Ready when you are. Oh, wait. Hang on, let me make sure I press record. Yep. Got to make sure I press record. All right.
G'day, viewers. Welcome to Sorry, what have you done there?
I said hit me. Like, hit me with the sandwich chip. Yeah.
Okay. G'day, viewers. Once more to Home for the Elderly's Laserdiscs Gone Wild. Charlie, how are you this evening?
I'm great. Laserdisc box 173. So, yeah. Going to be a good one, this one. There are no $5 discs this week.
No, we're just going top shelf this week.
All banging. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, I reckon we should just get straight into it.
Let's just get straight into it. Yeah, right on. Okay. Well, here's one I know you love.
Oh, Heat. Yes. This is a great movie.
Yeah. One of the best heist, we were talking about heist movies with Thief last week, and this is probably, as good as it gets when it comes to a heist film. Don't they train soldiers on how to hold machine guns and stuff like that, because they did it so perfectly in this film? I heard some kind of rumor like that. I could be wrong.
Yeah, the climactic heist is amazing, but the build-up with the characters and the interplay and the character development is really good.
And you know what she's got? She's got a, and I'm going to insert the clip, great axe,
This is probably Pacino at his most over the top, this movie, actually.
Oh, dude, and that's saying something, isn't it? Really? Mm. Although Devil's Advocate, he was very over the top in that.
Let's be honest, he's over the top in pretty much everything he does.
Everything, right? Yeah. All right. What have we got next? Oh, we have a couple of action movies to kick us off with. We got a bit of... Oh, it's a Criterion disc. Sorry, Criterion disc. It's a RoboCop.
I love this movie. And the number of people who don't get this is a satire cracks me up.
Yeah. Paul Verhoeven was like the king of satire.
This and Starship Troopers and the one where Honey Goes to Mars.
And there's another Paul Verhoeven film coming up further later in the...
Oh, nice.
As well. None of the ones you listed, you mentioned. Yeah. Okay, a couple of Coen Brothers films, though.
Oh, one of their first, if not their first, and really underrated this movie.
No, Blood Simple was their first movie.
Blood Simple was the first, right?
Yeah, I think this is the second, though.
I think so. This is really underrated. It is a really low-key gangster film, and it's all about loyalty and double crosses. It's incredible.
And a lot of the casts that are in this film were reused by the Coen brothers in multiple films afterwards. So we've got a few Coen brothers films tonight, but I'll let you... Number two, Coen brothers.
This is a weird sort of recreating mid-20th century screwball comedy. This is just such an unusual movie.
It's a satire of capitalism.
Yeah. Capitalism satire taking the form of a mid-20th century screwball comedy. And it's not a mid-20th century screwball comedy. It's a 90s film, I think. 80s or 90s?
Yeah, this was early 90s, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. But I
94.
think the name stopped a lot of people seeing it. The Hudsucker Proxy. What does that mean? It's not a
Yeah.
great name for a movie.
And I mean, let's be honest, as awesome as Tim Robbins is, he just didn't really put bums on seats.
No, he was not a draw card. No.
No, I mean, you know, as much as everyone talks about Shawshank Redemption being the greatest film of all time, nobody's talking about Tim Robbins. They always talk about Morgan Freeman and stuff like that too. And don't get me wrong, I love Tim Robbins. I'm the first person we talk about Tim Robbins multiple times in our videos. I'm a big tape heads nerd. So yeah, I have a big soft spot for Tim Robbins, but yeah, he just doesn't pull in the numbers, you know, the big bucks, you know.
Him with the hula hoop there, you know, for kids.
Okay, next up.
These are all bangers. These movies are so good.
Yeah.
I think this was the first super mainstream film Nicolas Cage did, because he was really an art house guy for years, and then he went super mainstream. And I'm not saying that in a derogatory way, it's just an observation. This and The Rock, I think, was his turn from art house to mainstream.
Yeah, yeah. And Face Off.
Face Off, they all came out within a couple of years of each other.
Yep.
Great movie, though.
Yeah. Good fun movie. Yeah, very over the top, ridiculous. Some great quotable lines in it too. Yeah, just one that is really good to have on the rack. Ooh, it's got that sticker on there that we mentioned last week. I wonder if this is printed in Australia as well. We'll find out. I'll look it up later on. I was pretty sure it was just the 3 discs that I sold last week. That bundle sold like that too, by the way.
I did the motion. I can't actually make a noise when I click my fingers.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, his finger is fucked, so...
Yeah. No, dub it in for me, Charlie. Make it magic. Oh, my God! You can do it really... Oh, wow. I'm just going to sit back now. That's okay.
Okay, next up is...
It's just banger after banger. The
Terminator. We've done this one before, but it sells, and I've got more copies, so up it goes again. And yeah, who was that actor we were talking about?
I'd be Buck.
Yeah, well, that's the scene we used last time. Remember, we were talking about the great cop scene.
Yeah.
But let's do another scene like this. And yeah, who was that actor that you mentioned who was in Navy SEALs?
Michael Biehn.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's good. Another one who was never a major star, but he's great.
Yeah, so this is a widescreen pressing of the film. This isn't the THX version, though. This is the standard version, but it's still widescreen, so that's the important part in my book.
Definitely.
Speaking of widescreen, we've also got this in widescreen.
Terminator 2. Wow.
And this is the special edition with the extra scenes that have been cut out from the theatrical release. Mm-hmm. If you haven't seen it, I'm not going to give it away, but there's some extra little bits of information and there's also a letter in here. Oh, here's something interesting. The code on the disc is actually the date that is Judgment Day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's a nice little bit of information there. Oh, the other this is the other Paul Van Hoven.
This is really different to the other Paul Verhoeven films. Like he was doing action and sci-fi and satire, And then this one's about showgirls in Vegas.
Didn't he do Basic Instinct?
Possibly, I'm not 100% sure.
I know this is written by the same person who did Basic Instinct.
Yeah.
No, I want to know now. Sorry.
Look it up. We can do.
Basically, it stinks. And directed by Paul Van Oven.
There you go.
So So this and Basic Instinct, and I think a little bit of Hollow Man was him kind of diving into the sexuality side of. He also did a lot of nudity that was in Starship Troopers as well.
Yep.
Starship
Troopers getting it on in
the shower
barracks.
scene and stuff like that, and but a classic film, and I shouldn't be showing that. And enjoy.
We don't want to get censored by YouTube.
All right, it's Western time, ladies and gentlemen. Round them up. Put on your cowboy hats and your chaps, because we have a hit of some Western and country titles, both types of movies. Okay, we start off with some Clint Eastwood.
High Plains
Drifter.
Yeah, that's where this is one of his anti-hero westerns. Like, he's not a good guy, but he stands up for things.
He directed this too. This was the second film he directed, it says here.
Play Misty for Me was the first one.
That's what the next line is. So that's the first one. Then we got some John Wayne.
Oh, we're going real old school. The Searchers. Yeah. That is one of the real good ones.
Yeah, this is my favorite John Wayne film, and probably who's that great director who made this? John Ford. That's right. John Ford chose some of the most beautiful shots in taking advantage of westerns and make it into a stunning movie to watch. Visually, this film is absolutely stunning. Dialogue, there's some great bits. It gets a little bit aged when you start dressing up. What's her name? The woman, Natalie Wood. The woman that died on the boat is where my brain went straight away then. Because you know how she got pushed off the boat in the middle of the night.
Not that anyone can prove.
Not that anyone can prove, but everyone thinks it was the guy who allegedly number 2 from Austin Powers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
he was
Christopher
on the boat
Walken was on the boat that night too. So how did no one know? Yeah. Anyway, Natalie Wood died, but she was black-faced into an Indian, and it was a little bit awkward. Besides that, there's some sensational dialogue in this about the dedication of the human spirit, and Okay. Thunderbolt and Lightfoot.
This is a really interesting one. Young Jeff Bridges teams up with Clint Eastwood to do a heist.
Yeah, this isn't technically a Western. This is, like you just said, it's a heist.
It's a modern Western.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, because it's an old, experienced, cowboy meets a young, crazy over the top. And, really good ending. Really good ending. I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars. This is a good film.
It's a good film.
Okay. I've never heard of this one.
Me neither. Is that Kirk Douglas?
Oh, let's have a look here. Yes, spot on. Well done.
Oh.
Stars with Oscar winners Walter Matthau, again. Another Walter Matthau. George Kennedy, again. George Kennedy's, oh my God, we've got to see him pop up a lot lately. So, in this modern day Western saga,
Who directed it?
Oh, let's have a look. What is
No
the,
one,
they usually that whole thing where they have,
no one famous, maybe.
Dalton Trumbo.
Oh, they did a biopic of him with
Oh, Trumbo, yeah.
yeah,
Played by Brian,
Cranston.
that's it. Yeah, so Trumbo was the writer who got kicked off, blacklisted, didn't he? Because he had communist ties, supposedly.
Oh, there was everyone did.
Well, yeah, they were picking out anybody they could, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so for him to make this, that means Kirk Douglas must have been a real big fan of Dalton Trumbo.
Yeah.
Okay, here's one you definitely know.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of Michael Biehn, he's back. He's a really good bad guy in this, but I think this
Oh,
is one of Val Kilmer's best as Doc Holliday.
yes, he really stood out in this film, didn't he?
Yeah.
Look, it's the thing is, this film was attracted so many great actors because its original script was absolutely sensational. There was so much meat on the bone that an actor could get into, and then when they edited the film, they cut out all the great lines that all these actors signed up to be able to
Yeah.
say, and but they did keep a lot of Val Kilmer's stuff, and it shows
Mm.
because there's meat on those bones, on them bones.
Yeah. His name?
Yeah,
Bobby
no, great
Huckberry.
cast, and yeah, sadly, not the best director, but that happens. This
It
is a
does.
great director, though.
Oh my God, I love this movie. This is a spaghetti western directed by Sergio Leone, who was the king of spaghetti westerns. But this one is so political. I first saw this, some anarchists in Sydney were doing a screening because it's a revolutionary film. James Coburn plays an IRA guy who's fled Ireland after some troubles, and he ends up teaming up with some Mexican revolutionaries. This the real title of this film is
It's
Duck You
Duck
Sucker.
You Sucker. Yeah,
Mm. But to cash in on a fistful of dollars, they call it a fistful of dynamite. And there's just so many good lines and so many good scenes. It's
that
great.
fooled me. I thought this was part of the Good, the Bad, the Ugly
Yeah,
trilogy.
that's what they were
And
going for.
it's not. This is not part of it at all. Even though it's Sergio Leone,
Mm,
it's a totally separate film.
yeah, but yeah,
But
very very revolutionary politics in that one.
speaking of Good, the Bad, the Ugly,
It's the good, the
here's
bad,
Good, the
the
Bad, the
ugly.
Ugly.
The man with no name. And again, speaking about Lee Van Cleef is so good in this movie.
He's the
He's
bad
such a
guy, right?
scary
This
dude.
dude down here.
Yeah,
Yeah, he steals the show. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So I've already had people requesting me to get off my ass and put this disc up into the shop. So I know this is going to sell straight away
Straight away.
anyway. So
Yeah.
let's just move on. Here's a clip. All right. Keeping on with the westerns here.
Oh, what an epics! Once Upon a Time in the West.
Yep, with
Yes.
Henry Fonda.
Henry Fonda as a bad guy.
Yes.
I watched this really recently because it had been recommended. The opening sequence is incredible, but just overall, Henry Fonda, who was always Hollywood nice guy, playing just a bad, bad dude, and he's real good at it.
So Sergio Leone directed it, and it was written by Dario Argento.
Who is real art house guy in Italy.
Yeah, he does all the horror movies.
Yeah.
The brightly lit horror films like
Yeah.
Inferno and
Was it
what's that
Suspiria?
one with the Suspiria. I was about to say the one with the ballet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Suspiria. Yeah, this is a good. No, not little. It's an epic film. Sorry,
It
don't
is
let me.
epic.
This is
Yeah.
nothing little about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is a great epic film, and yeah, well worth your money. Now we're finishing up our country and western night with
Yeehaw!
a Clint Eastwood box set.
Oh, so I
So you
see
get
Outlaw
three
Jersey
films.
Wales.
Yep, Pale Rider
Yeah.
and your favorite, Unforgiven's down the bottom there.
Oh my God, that is an incredible set.
Yeah.
That's
Definitely a
incredible.
great set. Yeah. If you haven't got into Clint Eastwood before, if we're not talking it up enough, I mean, there was
I,
still absolute power there in the $5 section. But
yeah.
hey, this is where you should be starting though.
Yeah.
These
Yeah.
three are the beginners pack of Clint
Yeah.
Eastwood.
Westerns. So
Real Clint Eastwood.
Yeah. Outlaw Jersey
This
Wales and Pale Rider are relatively early, but Unforgiven, it's basically my favorite movie from the 90s. It's such a good film.
Okay. Yep. I can see that. It was definitely a great film. Yeah. This and Dirty Harry as well. Dirty Harry is a good way to start off as a Clint Eastwood.
You're getting right back into the 70s if you go with the original Dirty Harry with Clint Eastwood.
Yeah. Okay. So next up we have our signature collection disc of the week.
Oh,
This is
okay.
not
So I'm out of
something.
westerns.
Oh,
Okay.
that's it for the that's the end of the end of our country run. No, this is just each week I'm trying to get a signature disc up,
Yep.
and this is only for the next 4 or 5 weeks, and then that's it.
All
Not
right.
not
They're all
all.
done.
You haven't got that many of these. These are actually quite hard to get your hands on. Some of these sell for over $500.
This is a classic.
Yeah, this is a fun one. Tremors, where you can't make any vibrations because there's these giant snakes under the ground that will come up and get you.
Kevin Bacon as a hick is just so funny.
See, everyone mentions Kevin Bacon, but the real star in this film is the dude from Family Ties.
Yeah, the guy from Family Ties who was a left-wing dad. In this one, he's a survivalist.
Michael Gross. And his wife in it is Reba McEntire, and they are like the caricatures of a right wing, don't tread on me, kind of.
But they also give him integrity. That's what I like. It's like, oh yeah, he's a crazy survivalist with his guns and stuff, but they don't mock him more than anyone else, and they do give him integrity, which I really like.
There are 8 Tremor movies that have been made. They go downhill, but they don't go downhill fast. They go down extremely slow. Number 2 is a bit of a dip, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then 6 goes down quite slowly, but like they're still fun. Like and the character's name is Burt Gummer, and he's in all of them. The Michael Gross actor is like he becomes like the main character of it, all the sequels, and it's just a delight. Absolute, so much fun, Yeah, I'm gonna have fun picking clips for that one. Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, hang on, we're losing. There we go. Losing you. Next up.
Speaking of big movies, or someone who's big in the movies.
It's definitely a big ending.
Yes.
This is Boogie Nights.
Mark Wahlberg as a 70s porn star. A big star, if you know what I mean.
And also has quite a cast.
Hell of a cast.
Yeah. John C. Reilly, William H. Macy, Burt Reynolds, John Shield. How do you pronounce it?
Cheadle.
Shield.
Cheadle.
Cheadle. Don Cheadle. Okay, yep. Julianne Moore, Heather Graham, Philip
Philip
Seymour
Seymour Hoffman.
Hoffman in a
Yeah.
very early role for him. Yeah, and Paul Thomas Anderson, the same director who did the recent film.
But one battle after another.
Thank you very much, because I had a brain fart then. I couldn't think of what the movie was. But yeah, many great films. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Here's one I've never even heard of, but it's a late release.
Brassed Off. Okay, this is when Ewan McGregor was still making films in England. This is a British film. And Brassed Off is a reference to him being in a brass band. But yeah, it was pretty successful British rom-com. Young, sexy Ewan McGregor's in it.
Yep. I don't know any of the other people in it. But yeah. Tara Fitzgerald, that's right. She was in Sirens.
Oh, we had a whole conversation about Tara Fitzgerald when we talked about Sirens.
We did too, yes. And I'm willing to have another one anytime you want. Okay, next up we have an absolute classic.
Oh my goodness. First Blood. Again, this is so far removed from the subsequent Rambo movies. It's fascinating.
Wasn't it ever? Yeah, this one is drama more than it is an action film.
Yeah.
The mental breakdown of the post-traumatic stress disorder of a Vietnam vet, and how it was unaddressed and almost abused by people who just neglected them, and but nonetheless a sensational film.
This was actually a novel before it was a movie. I read the novel, and fun fact, like the character Rambo, the writer, that was a spin on the French philosopher Rimbaud, Rimbaud, but in English it kind of sounds like Rambo, and that was the source of the name Rambo. There you go.
Yeah, it's a long way from number 3 when there's a chicken between a tank and a helicopter coming head to head.
Yeah, it's really gritty. If you've only ever maybe not even watched the Rambo movie, but saw bits and thought they were stupid, First Blood is really funny. And also the naming got funny because it's just called First Blood, and the sequel's called Rambo, and the third one they
the second the second one is actually called Rambo First Blood Part 2.
The third
one is called Rambo 3.
Which is funny because there was only one Rambo, but anyway.
Yeah. Okay, next one is Gross Point Blank. Yeah. Another John Cusack film. This is the second John Cusack film for the night. The first one being Con Air. Yeah.
This one,
and that's Minnie Driver, and she's always great. And Dan Aykroyd's in this as well.
Yeah.
And I think Alan Arkin, if memory serves me well.
Yeah, it's a wacky thing about John Cusack's character's a hitman, and he goes to his high school reunion, and hijinks ensue.
Yeah, Alan Arkin was the therapist.
Yeah.
And he's really funny in this too. So yeah, it's a really solid movie. Really fun. All right. Here's a favorite.
Okay, I saw an article today that I fully agreed with. This is one of Tarantino's best films, and no one talks about it.
Absolutely. Yep, 100% agree. This is my second favorite Tarantino movie.
This is very good. Centers on the female character, Jackie Brown. But the cast is amazing. You look at the cast. Samuel Jackson's in it. Robert De Niro's in it. Michael Keaton's in it. It's just great. It's like she gets caught out. She's doing low-level stuff for a crim and gets caught. And the FBI want to use her to get the guys. Like, okay, you'll go to jail unless you help us catch this really dangerous guy. And it's how she threads her way through an extremely perilous situation. And again, another thing typical of Tarantino films, killer soundtrack on this one.
So you mentioned Michael Keaton, and that triggered a memory in my brain. There's a character that he's playing in this film where he's a cop, right? He's actually playing the same character in another film called Out of Sight, and that's a Jennifer Lopez and who's the guy from ER? George Clooney.
Yeah.
Film by Steven Soderbergh. So yeah, it's literally it joins the films in a way. When you got the same actor playing the same character, it puts them into the same world. I think this is the kind of film that you end up appreciating more after you've started watching more blaxploitation films.
Because she was in 70s films.
Yeah, Pam Grier was the it in a bit when it came to blaxploitation.
She was Foxy Brown, wasn't she?
Yes, she was. Yeah. Many other films, I just can't think of anything off the top of my head. The Birdcage, the Birdcage. She did a bunch of films with now I'm gonna have to. Yeah, Sid Haig. She did a bunch of films with an actor called Sid Haig, who went on to do movies with oh man, my brain's not doing good today. Sorry. Oh, he passed away. He was in The Devil's Rejects, Sid Haig. He was the clown in The Devil's Rejects.
I haven't seen any of those Rob Zombie films, so I don't know.
No? Oh, they're great. Good fun. House of a Thousand Corpses is my favorite, but we're not going to get into that now. Easily great. One of my favorite top films. One that I said you got to get into blaxploitation to really get the vibe that he's trying to go for. Just like how he did with the Killer Car movie that he did. Death Proof. That's, a grindsploitation film. If you watch a bunch of those 70s exploitation, grindsploitation films, then you really get what he's trying to do more than just sitting down watching it without knowing the history,
Yeah. Well, you also have the Grindhouse Double. It goes with the Robert Rodriguez film Planet Terror.
Of course. And that's another one that's that you will understand. Actually, no, that one you can enjoy on its own without understanding the history.
Yeah, but you're kind of meant to enjoy it as this is like a drive-in double feature in the 1970s. Like Planet Terror even does a missing reel, which I just thought was hilarious. The first time I saw that, I thought that was so funny.
Both of them have a missing reel in them, which is really cool. Yeah. Okay, let's do a bundle.
Yes.
This one is a bundle focused on a director, Tim Burton, and his two Batman movies.
Nice. Batman and Batman Returns.
Yep, they're the two that he made. Right.
There's that run probably the best.
They're Joel Schumacher films, not Tim Burton. Yep. How good is that logo?
It is very good.
I've always loved that logo, especially when I was a kid. I was just obsessed with that. I really wish they'd made it a little smaller and made it fit onto the cover.
They've just gone for impact there, I think.
Yeah, it's like you've zoomed into his belt.
They wanted to cover as much of the disc space as possible, so they lost some of the actual design.
And many side stories to go with this. For instance, this is a film that caused Kim Basinger to go out with Prince.
Right, because Prince did the soundtrack, yes.
Yep. And until her family broke into Prince's house and kidnapped her.
Wow, that is not a story I'd heard.
You know what? There's another one I found out the other day was Linda Blair went out with Rick James.
Oh, that sounds unhealthy. Like,
Yeah. Both of them did, yeah.
yeah.
Although, when you talk about unhealthy, is when you listen to the album that Prince produced of Kim
Mhm.
Basinger singing.
Oh, okay. I'm
You know what's
unfamiliar.
funny is there's a song called "Cream" by Prince.
Yes.
No, uh, Peach. Sorry, it's called Peach,
That's
and
oh,
there's a little sound effect that he does where it goes ah ooh ooh ah ooh. That's actually the sound of recording of Kim Basinger climaxing. You'll never hear that song ever the same way again.
dear. Okay.
Should we move on to the next disc?
Yeah, let's.
All right. Well, last week we were talking about sister films. We talked about
Yes.
Armageddon. And
Mhm.
what movie did you mention?
Deep Impact. Ah, here we go. Deep Impact.
Hope survives. We
Yeah.
will survive. We will prevail.
This,
Yeah. So
yeah. Unlike
I don't know what happened
Armageddon.
to this director. Mimi Leder didn't really do much
Yeah.
after this.
Unlike Armageddon, this one has two distinct stories. Armageddon just focuses on the people who go up to the asteroid. This one tells both the story of the astronauts who go to the asteroid and the people who are still on Earth. It's got a
Ah,
young
okay.
Frodo Baggins in it, doesn't it?
Yes, yes. A very young Elijah Wood. We've got Tia Leone, who was. This is the first time I ever heard MSNBC, the terms where they put them together, MSNBC instead of
Yeah,
just NBC News.
yeah.
Yeah, this was when they first merged. What else is there to say? Yeah, produced by Spielberg.
Yeah. And Black President, it's all the Black President's fault. It's like there's a thing with all Hollywood movies. If there was a Black President, terrible things were happening. And then they
Oh
actually got a
wow!
Black President.
Yeah, yeah. All right, this is the one you did your research for.
Oh, yes. I didn't know you were bringing this week, but I felt compelled to watch it just this week. Great film. I've been trying to watch more of the classics that everyone says you should watch. Jack Nicholson in the 70s. It's a film about corruption. The specifics of it are a bit arcane. It's about water in Los Angeles in the
Yep.
1930s, but the themes are bigger than that. The themes are just about corruption and power and abuse, and it's it's timeless from that point of view. Um,
And there's the famous line.
it's Chinatown,
Yep.
which one of the many things they referenced in The Simpsons when Homer was thwarted by chiropractors when he was fixing people's back. Like, don't worry about it, Homer. It's Cairo Town.
Yeah, that was a very, very memorable line at the time. And the his sister mother was that movie as well?
Chinatown.
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
slaps where he
You know,
slaps.
okay, because it was interesting. This is made in the 70s, set in the 30s, and was clearly trying to recreate the film noir of the 30s to 50s. And it does
Hmm.
a pretty good job of it. And I've watched a few film noir films in the last few months.
Mm.
Slapping is really big in film
It
noir.
was, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah,
Men slapping men slapping women. It's just everything's about slapping in film noir.
yeah. Even when they had like, oh, you son of a bitch, and he wouldn't punch someone, they
You'd
just come
slap
in
them.
for an epic slap. Yeah.
Yeah. So much
All right.
slapping in film noir.
Speaking of 70s, this is Essence de la 70s.
I think you foreshadowed this, Dirty Harry. This
Yeah.
is this is a good film. It's Clint Eastwood moving out of westerns where he maybe wasn't taken that seriously and doing a gritty urban action drama.
Yeah.
Uh,
That hadn't been done before. Had it angry. This was like a new thing to take a prisoner or a bad guy, shoot him, and then step on his bullet wound. You
It's
know,
like
like,
Harry goes a bit far.
what are you
Yeah,
doing? You know,
yeah,
you don't a lot of when you've got a good guy,
yeah,
people are sympathetic to the good guy and they don't want to see them doing too much.
yeah,
That's why whenever you see a good guy shoot a bad guy, it's always like that clean shot
yeah.
right there in the middle
And
of the forehead.
to their face, the serial killer Scorpio is running away from him and is in. They've ended up in a sports stadium and he's out in the open and he's single shot and takes him down. Doesn't kill him, but takes him down. And his partner's there with him. And Eastwood just turns to him and just goes, "Take a walk, fatso." It's like basically so you won't see what happens next.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's a good film.
Yeah, so many cop movies they don't want to push the so many times I've watched a movie where the cop will punch the bad guy onto the ground and then start running, and then that bad guy is going to get back up. But if the cop was just an asshole like what Dirty Harry was,
Yeah,
that guy isn't getting back up again.
yeah,
But they want to make it sympathetic, so you like the guy and you want to
yeah,
be on the good guy's side. But I love that Dirty Harriness about it, and a
yeah,
great series of films too. If you watch the first one, there's some really good followers. The third one with the woman's a little dated. They're quite. It's extremely sexist.
But
Yeah.
what's interesting about the one where he gets lumbered with a female partner, it's like an affirmative action promotion of a woman cop to detective role. And Harry's the stick in the mud old conservative who thinks it's all bullshit. But he's the only one who treats her with any respect in the end. Like the ones who promote her for PR purposes, they only ever treat her as a PR thing,
Mm,
where Harry's like, well, this is my partner. And
mm,
he ends up being the only one who treats her with respect. But
mm.
yeah, I haven't watched it for a while, but I bet it comes across as really dated.
It's funny that when you talk about it, it all starts coming. It's one of these are kind of films that just start coming back to you
Yeah,
and when you talk about it,
yeah,
Yeah. So let's move on to the next film. We have another John Frankenheimer film. This is Ronin with De Niro. Second film with De Niro tonight.
yeah.
No,
This
third. We had Heat.
Yes, we did. We had Heat. Yes. This is a trip. This is a real De Niro vehicle, this one. Jean Reno is a sporting role. I think De Niro was either equal billing or even a supporting role in the other ones. He's definitely the lead in this.
Yep.
This is a wild and crazy action flick where you're not really sure what's happening until right near the end.
Um, One of the best car chase scenes.
Yes, an
Uh,
urban car chase. It's wild.
France is very strict with allowing car chase scenes,
Yeah.
and every time that there's a car chase scene in France or Paris especially, it's always good because they don't want to waste the opportunity.
Yeah.
And this one just turns it right up to 11. It's such
Yeah.
a great car chase. Love it. Love it. Okay. Another Coen Brothers movie.
Ooh, which one?
Some may say the Coen Brothers movie.
The Big Lebowski. Okay. I know it is possibly their most mainstream popular one. It's not my favorite though. I mean, I like it. I do actually like it.
Your
But
favorites? What's your favorite then? Mine's Fargo.
it's a really close call between Fargo and Barton Fink, and I'd probably go Fargo.
Oh yeah, Barton Fink was a good one too. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. He was.
I like their version of True Grit as well. I thought that was really quite good.
Yeah, yeah, yep.
Jeff Daniels as Rooster Cogburn, the John Wayne character.
No Country for Old Men. That was
How
Coen Brothers, wasn't it?
yeah, I love that. I honestly, I'm probably placing all of those above the Big Lebowski, which is not saying I don't like the Big Lebowski. I just think the Coen brothers make really good films.
No, I put this up with them as well.
Yeah.
Although it's a comedy and not like, a serious drama or something like that, it's such a good film, such incredible dialogue, well thought out, just brilliant film. Do you know there's a spiritual sequel to this film? John Turturro continues his character Jesus
Jesus.
in the film Jesus Rolls.
Yeah. I've not seen it.
Yeah,
I've not heard good things about it either, but
it's not great. It's not bad. It's middle of the road, But when you compare it to a Coen Brothers film, it doesn't stand up,
but that's
Yeah,
just
but
like your
Coen Brothers,
opinion, man.
yes. I'm going to replace you with a clip for that one.
Definitely. I love it. I personally love he keeps drinking White Russians and he refers to the drink as a Caucasian at one point.
Caucasian,
That's
yeah.
what a Caucasian is, a White Russian.
All right. Well, this is the last disc, everybody, and then we're going to wrap it up for the day.
All right.
Here we go. We've got
Simple Plan. Okay, I reckon
think
this is not seen as much as it should be, this film.
We've seen this one before on this site, yep, and just a very popular movie, and I thought I'd list it again.
Absolutely.
This is speaking of Coen Brothers. This is Sam Raimi, as I mentioned last time, doing a Coen Brothers style film. Which is funny.
Which I think I said last time. Spoiler alert: it's not a simple plan.
Yes, that's Sam Raimi, for anyone out there wondering, is the director of the Spider-Man films. Most recently brought out that film Send Help. Really good director. Loves throwing buckets of goops in the actors' faces.
He rose to fame with Evil Dead films in the 80s and 90s.
Yes. Yeah. All right. So that's our 30 with a little country on the side.
Hell of a selection there. There were some incredibly good movies in there.
Yep. And we zipped through them this time. It's a little bit quicker this week's video, but I felt like we should keep things moving on this time, and we'll get on to a bit more of an epic one next time. I've got some good discs next week as well, as always.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. Thank you for helping me out again, Angry.
No problem. See you all another time. Bye. Nice. And we're out.
Lose his headphones.
Heine just came back from listening to Peach by Prince.
Did you hear that sneeze?
Nice.
Did you hear Sophie sneeze?
Sorry, what?
Did you hear Sophie sneeze?
I did not hear Sophie sneeze, no.
Oh, good. I hope it didn't pick up.
How long is your timer on that?
Oh, I didn't look. I just switched mine off, so I don't know.
That was really, really fast. Yeah.
Yeah, more than half an hour, but we'll see how much more.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, drinking problem. Some of that missed my mouth.
No, you didn't hear the sneeze? That's good.
No.
There's your headphones.
Look at me.
Yeah.
What did you do that, right? Hello, by the way. Ooh.
Yeah, grab that that drink you were gonna get.
That's what I'm doing.
Having a ginger ale myself.
Now we can have a drinky poos. I didn't have any wine tonight or anything to drink before because I didn't want my face to be red like
you didn't want to be all red again.
By editing that for 4 or 5 days, just looking at my face and my eyes all puffed up like.
Apparently, a lot of Asian people have that rosacea as well. The reaction to wine.
Also,
cheers.
I said antihistamines, not histamines.
Oh yes, it was histamine.
And I kept on going, "Oh, you idiot! Why did you say that?" Hello, Sophie. Hello, Kirsty. New tennis movie review comes out at midnight. Ooh.
Scheduled. Nice.
Suffocation, is that the sound of Kim Basinger?
I've scheduled on because I'm putting the videos on both the Angry Aussie channel and the Cocktail channel. I'm just like, yeah, I wonder which one's going to get more views, which channel it goes on, because there's no effort to posting them on two channels.
No, yeah, not at all.
And I looked at the YouTube gives you a thing of when your viewers are online, and apparently for Angry Aussie, it's just after midnight Australian time. So they go live just after midnight, or Friday morning, so 0:15 a.m.
Yeah, I've noticed they come up not really late at night when they come on. Yeah.
So for you, that's going to be 9 or 10 p.m. depending what time of the year it is. For the Angry Cocktails channel, where most of the viewers are in the US, it tells me most of them are online at 3 or 4 a.m. Australian time, which is just an interesting variation. Simmer's going to do a Murphy video, but the copyright Nazis objected. Oh no, you've got to re-edit it.
Did you know about Prince and Kim Basinger? I thought I might have mentioned it.
I'd never heard that story before.
So
I'd never heard family kidnapping, or I'd never heard her orgasm was in the song. This was all news to me.
I know too much about Prince. Mostly about that movie.
Yeah,
it's just that movie, the Batman movie. There was the famous story is Jack Nicholson went over to Prince's house to talk him into doing the soundtrack because Tim Burton didn't have enough pull when he made so because Jack Nicholson was assigned producer of the film and took a cut, like he made more money off that one movie than he did his whole career.
Yeah, because Jack Nicholson didn't do blockbusters.
No, but it wasn't even that. It's because he got an end cut of that film.
Oh, because he was a producer. He had a percentage.
A take, yeah. So he went down to see Prince to ask him, and it was meant to be a meeting that would go for 1 hour.
Yeah.
And then Prince said, "Hey, do you want to come down to my studio and check it out?" They ended up hanging out for the whole weekend.
Nice.
To be a fly on the wall with Jack Nicholson and Prince hanging out for the weekend.
Yeah.
That's such a story, yeah. And then the other famous thing is Prince produced an album for Kim Basinger called Hollywood Affair. If I type in Kim, it's the most painful thing to listen to.
It doesn't sound great. I've literally never heard it.
Here's the thing, right, is Hollywood... Hang on. There it is. Here's the album cover in Discord, as well as a picture of her and Prince. Right. So I'm not talking out of my ass,
No, I believed you.
Not that you think I would, because I'm not like that, But
so
yeah, only photo. Yeah. Yeah, she lived with him, and supposedly he was really good at sex and all that kind of stuff. And
he certainly talked up his ability at sex in all his songs.
I think there are some Yoko Ono songs that I don't hate. It's actually not great, but middle of the road. But Hollywood Affair is actually quite painful to listen to. There's one song on it that's good, and the rest is just absolute garbage. And you want to see something even worse is, what was the one I said? Linda Blair.
Ooh.
and Rick James, there we go. She also went out with Rick Springfield, but Rick Springfield was 35 and Linda Blair was 17.
Yeah, that's not great.
That was awkward. At least, Rick James ended up writing a song called "Cold Blooded," based after Linda Blair.
Oh God. Well, yeah, can't take Rick James seriously. All I think is cocaine's a hell of a drug.
I love that there's barely any photos of them with wearing clothes.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yes, Safra, I'm not going to put those
It's
photos
not
on
that
the
she's not
screen.
pleased about. He got it down to 6 seconds. It's not that she's not pleased about being with Prince. She's pissed off because of the paparazzi. Kim Basinger and Alec Baldwin both had distinct issues with the paparazzi. I think Alec Baldwin punched one of them out too.
Oh, they deserve it. They're fucking scum.
Oh yeah, no argument there. You know,
I'm trying to think. I think it was a European actress.
There is, but I don't think it's very cold yet.
I think it was a European actress, or maybe it was Tippi Hedren. Someone in LA, though, the paparazzi's there, and for some reason she's got a bow and arrow, and she's literally going like, "Fuck off, or I'll fire an arrow at you," and they don't, and she fires an arrow at them.
Wow.
I'm trying to remember who that was, but there's photos of them with bow and arrow.
Oh, Tippi, what's her name? Tippi what?
Tippi Hedren. I'm not sure if it was
in that Lion movie.
She was in Born Free.
Yeah,
She was famous.
She was in Raw. That movie Raw. Yeah, she was in The Birds and stuff like that. But yeah, Raw was that movie that she was married to a dude, and they decided, hey, let's get a lion.
Yeah.
And then one thing led to another, and they got like 6 lions.
As you do. Well, who can stop at one? Once you start lion shopping, you just keep going.
Raw the film. Okay, so how many lions were there on this film? Have you ever heard of this film? Melanie Griffith is in it, right? And she ended up having a chunk of her fucking scalp ripped out of her head. Yeah, Tippi Hedren. Hedren's daughter is that's her daughter.
Melanie Griffith is Hedren's daughter.
Yep. Melanie Griffith is Tippi Hedren's daughter. Yep.
Okay.
And so yeah. It's a very free-formed movie. Basically, they have a mansion and what do they call those places out like in America? They call them ranches. That's right.
Yeah,
they call them a ranch. Yeah, and it's a movie called Raw.
Okay.
And I first learnt about it because there's a show called Red Letter Media, and they do the best of the worst, where they show clips and then talk about the 3 worst movies that they could find that week, and they choose what's the best of those 3 films. And that week they had Macaulay Culkin on, and Macaulay Culkin was sitting there like this, just like when he's watching the movie in Home Alone,
Yeah.
Are you looking up Raw?
I was looking up various things about Melanie Griffith, actually. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh, mate. Yeah, she's had a life, hasn't she?
Yeah, real roller coaster. And yeah, she again. So 3rd generation nepo baby Dakota Johnson is her daughter.
Yeah, because did she have Dakota Johnson with Antonio Banderas?
I'm not sure. I'm looking at it says her children are Dakota Johnson, Stella Banderas, Alexander Bauer. So I'm not sure, like, did Dakota Johnson change her name so she didn't have the name of either of her parents? I don't know.
So to answer your question, John
Johnson. Her dad's Don. Yeah, I always thought her dad was Don Johnson. Yeah. So they were never married.
Don Johnson. Oh, yuck. So Suffer, to answer your question, you're not breaking any privacy laws if you take the photo in public.
If you're on the street, yeah.
No, we're no longer recording. We finished recording now.
And it's why I can say hello.
Hey, so go widescreen so we can.
Oh, hang on. Look, there you go.
Hi. I'm just in the background here.
Hey, Rain, how you doing? By the way. Also, major kudos to you, Rain, for that meme you put the other night about. Sorry, I want to share it again because it seriously cracked me up. Where is it?
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just going to share it again. I did share it the other night, but this one just cracks me up. Like, you might respect the penis, but do you honor the Balzac? Again, that guy had no idea how funny his name was in English.
The Balzac.
Part of it is okay. So I've got. If we're doing it,
hi.
Sorry, hello. Okay, so where's my finger there? Okay, that's my Laserdisc player.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a DVL H9.
Yeah.
Then we've got on top of it there. That's the AC3 demodulator that can take an RF signal and turn it into 5.1 surround sound. Down here we have the we have two different scalers. One's specially for color separation, and one's for picture quality. Because colors, they bleed into each other when they're on video.
Okay.
So then we got underneath that is a HD DVD player, and then I've got a set of mini consoles. I've got a mini Super Nintendo, a mini Mega Drive, a mini Nintendo, and then a mini PlayStation down there. And then over here is the amp and the record player.
Nice.
That's my setup.
It's a nice setup.
It's all right,
It's all right. It's not that over the top.
No. The good thing about minis, the reason why I like minis, I've got the actual consoles as well, but I don't have them set up because they take so long to fucking plug in and do that. Where the minis are just like USB, HDMI, put the controller in, off you go.
I'm only saying fuck you to Blu-ray players. You're not a fan of Blu-ray players, like?
No, I like Blu-ray players.
I've got a PlayStation 4
like
Blu-rays.
I forgot the 4K player, but yeah, you know what that is. You've seen my 4K player. I've talked about that many times. Yeah. Good fun.
Yeah. I was thinking of getting a PlayStation 5 because I thought they get cheap. Then I saw an article the other day that said because of the freaking AI companies buying up all the hardware, that PlayStation 5s were actually going to get more expensive, not less expensive.
Yeah, but
which is ridiculous.
6 years old now?
Yeah, 5 or 6 years old.
It's meant to be sunsetted, like consoles usually get closed down after, or, the sequel comes out after about six years. And the PlayStation 5 is hovering around way too long,
Yeah. Yeah, but the fact that they're supposedly getting more expensive, not less. Yeah, Rain, it's the RAM shortage.
Yeah.
It's the friggin' AI companies using up all the hardware, basically. About time they all went broke and all the hardware got cheap again, because they're all fucking full of bullshit. There's no way they can ever make the valuations mean anything. So I don't know. I'm just waiting for the latest thing. Although, talking AI, the latest thing from Anthropic, the model that they won't release publicly because it's too powerful.
In the dishwasher?
Okay, I'm doing it by manual.
I think the dishwasher's finished its run, though.
Well, have a look.
I'm on camera right now.
2 seconds.
My foot's asleep.
That's okay.
Take it
I was
off.
watching Hank
Red hot
Green
chili
doing a breakdown of the new Anthropic thing, and it was more than a little unsettling. Oh wow, what the hell happened then? All right, I thought Charlie's thing went all together. No, what's he doing? Okay, the new Anthropic thing is apparently so powerful. Like they let the agent loose and said, like, analyze these systems and look for weaknesses, and on all the major operating systems. Sorry, you're on mute, Charlie. In case you don't know, on all the major operating systems, this new Anthropic model found like 1,000 critical flaws, and they were like, "Oh, we can't release this publicly because it's got to take ages for all these security weaknesses to get fixed." And it would be basically a disaster if hackers got access to this model and it helped them exploit all these vulnerabilities that we didn't even know existed. But now that that's been made public, the risk is malicious and well-funded hacker groups find out who the researchers are who have access to the new Anthropic AI model, and they just launch attacks on them to try and breach their security and get access to it. It's just like, oh my God, we're all in terrible trouble. Oh, what are you showing?
Isn't that cool? Look at that. That's my laser display. Straight into the computer.
Nice.
I'll go back to me because I don't want to get you in trouble. But I thought
now,
could see
what
that
movie was that, out of interest?
Oh, that was. It's a music video disc. It's,
okay.
Eurythmics Dreams, the video album.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, no, it's a really good. It's like mostly it's actually mostly a concert that Eurythmics did in a gay club called Heaven.
Okay.
In 1982, and it's really interesting because Eurythmics really changed as a band between like early 80s and the mid 80s.
They definitely did.
Hmm.
And then I always got the vibe at the time that Dave Stewart was getting progressively more frustrated that the focus was all on Annie Lennox, which honestly is understandable. The focus was on her because she's awesome. But you look at some of the clips and at the time I was getting the vibe he's kind of forcing
himself into
the clips more because he's like, I'm doing music, God damn it. But no one gave a shit about him. And of course they eventually broke up with some animosity. And I think a big thing was it was difficult for him to just sort of let it go that all the attention was on Annie Lennox.
We were watching it today. That's the reason why it was next.
Okay, cool.
And we were commenting. It's funny how much Roxette have copied. You know, like
look,
if you think about the hair, even down to the big hair and stuff like that. Yeah. And how Annie Lennox is extremely flamboyant on stage, almost to the point of like Grace Jones.
Yeah.
What I call a white Grace Jones, sort of.
Yeah. I remember they did the song "Who's That Girl," and for the art for that, like she did drag, like she had makeup and stuff to look like a guy, and they won some award at some award show, and she came on stage in drag to accept it, and no one knew who the fuck is this guy who's come on stage to accept an award for the Eurythmics? Because she didn't tell anyone she was going to do it.
I
And
think
everyone
that's,
was like,
that's something that, you know, like that even more expresses to me, like, that's very Grace Jones in that
oh
way,
yeah,
you know, like the just freedom of controlling her reputation, you know.
yeah.
Oh, hi. How many times have we had this conversation about 4K being a
Yeah.
scam?
It's like
Yeah, no, it's not completely a scam, but it is somewhat, you know, like, yeah, the
a
Marvel
lot
movies
of
and stuff like that,
there's a
you know.
whole spectrum of releases that were upscaled to 4K, which is a bit of a scam because the source material was not at that resolution. But
Tiny,
there's only a certain range of them.
a website that has a complete list of films, and it is not just some releases in the 2000s. It is a massive. We'll pull it up on a Friday, I think, because
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to go through. You know, because it really is
between 5 and 10 years worth of films, wasn't it?
of movies that have been scaled like that.
Yeah.
Dude, no, it's like 50 years of films. There's
No. So I mean, older ones, yeah, definitely. But I mean, I was thinking modern era films where you don't kind of think you're being screwed over, but you are. Like, when did they, like with new release films? When did they stop with the upscaling and actually have the source
okay. So
material?
a new release that's been recorded in 4K
Yeah.
and edited in 4K and then released in 4K was only from 2011 onwards.
Oh, okay, that's a bit later than I thought. I thought it was
Yeah.
about 2005. Okay.
But you know, even some of those, what would happen is the special effects cost too much to do in 4K.
Yeah.
So they will bring it down to 2K, add the special effects, and then scale it back up again afterwards.
Yeah.
And so they've shrunken it and scaled it and shrunken it and scaled it twice.
So you get,
And you know, you try doing that with a photo. Look how bad the photo looks after that.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's like taking a photo of a photo of taking a photo. You know, like
And so if you have a high-end player and a high-end screen, you see artifacts.
Yeah, especially in the black levels, you start seeing what I call digital. Like, do you remember when YouTube was new?
Yeah.
There would be blocks up at, you know, like these
Yeah.
giant fucking bricks that would make up, you know, the image. And when you
Yeah.
move, it would be okay. But when someone got still, you could see like bricks coming up over their face, you know,
Yeah.
or you know, square pixelies, you know.
Yeah.
What's the site? Okay, I'll post it up on I need my own channel on the Angry Aussie stream. No, I'll post it onto general neuro dumping.
Hey,
And
Sophie.
hi, Sophie.
Hi.
And yes, Rain, we've had a laugh at the 8K TV concept as well. Yeah.
Yeah, but OLEDs can only produce what the disc is showing them to produce. There's one thing to have a sample disc that's showing butterflies and leaves that are dripping water and shit like that, compared to sitting down and watching Beetlejuice and stuff like that, that is literally missing millions of colors. Millions of colors. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. Sorry.
That's okay. No, I love it. As soon as you said Beetlejuice, the weird joke that popped into my head, because there's a Tim Burton film, and when Tim Burton did a version of Dark Shadows, there's a joke someone did on Twitter, like, what, Tim Burton has a film called Dark Shadows? Are they just making films named after their style now? Is he was he's going like, is J.J. Abrams going to release a film called Lens Flares? And it's just...
All right, here's a list of them in general, Heine, just under the naked pictures of Rick James and Linda Blair.
Blair. Just under the racy pictures.
Yeah. So yeah, these show whether it's really natural or upscaled. And look how many there are just in the first page. And then you've got whether it's HDR10 or Dolby Vision as well, which is another factor in there as well.
I
3D
tell you
TV was kind of a scam, but it worked at least. Like I've only got one eye, so I never got to use it myself. But my family said it worked great. I bought one of those 3D TVs, and
but
yeah, but why not try to get the best out of everything? Like if it's there and it's available, I want it to be as good as it can be. And we're at a state technology, where
It's demanding of you.
yep.
Yeah, it suddenly made me think of 28 days later, the digital format it was shot in looks like absolute shit when you see it now. It's really low
28
resolution.
days later, yeah, because that was shot on digital.
Yeah,
when
and it
was
looks
still
like
pretty
shit.
early, right? Yeah.
It's such low resolution.
Well, that's what's really good is when they have a good 35 millimeter print that you can actually take 4K pictures of and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yes, well,
Fun
that's what they're
party
talking.
night, by the way. I really had a lot of fun party night.
Yeah, that was
I
a good
didn't
night.
pick up
That was one
Abigail
of
or
the
anything.
nights.
It was great. Yeah.
That was one of the nights when I policed myself. Like when I shut off, I wasn't tired. It was like 2 a.m. and I wasn't tired, but I was just like, I'm not staying up any later than this or I'll be fucked all weekend.
I was.
Yeah.
I was tired and I was very drunk.
I was pretty tired on Saturday. Like I also didn't sleep that much. I only had about 5 hours sleep and I got up, 5.5 hours sleep, and I got up, did some stuff, around the house, had a shower at, I don't know, mid-morning, and then I just went, I'm going back to bed, fuck this, and went and slept for another hour, which helped a lot. And had some Indian food on Saturday night that was awesome. Yeah, our favourite place is over in Brighton, which is it's a couple suburbs away, so it's a slight hassle to go there to get the food, but it's so good. And they proudly advertise themselves as Melbourne's oldest Indian restaurant, as in not the first, but the oldest one that's still running.
Yeah, been around for ages.
Coming up on 45 years. They opened in 81. So the same family, multi-generational, has run the place for 45 years.
Are you a naan man? Do you do the
naans?
I
like naan, and they do some really good ones there. But we were being.
You're not a papadum guy, a boy.
I like papadums too, but they're for different purposes. Papadums are just a snack. You just sort of go munch, 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 munch. Naan is for smoking.
I disagree. I think you can take some papadum and then load some korma onto it with some rice.
You can, if it's
just like the naan.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what India is all about, is mixing flavors. That's where it really comes alive.
Yeah.
It's like ratatouille. We're having Indian tonight as well, Safa, which is funny. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's what, because it was cold on Saturday night, Safa, so we were straight up comfort food. Let's get some Indian. Just butter chicken and mixed entrees. They do these entrees for two, and you get like 2 samosa, 2 pakora, 2 onion bhaji. Super yum. Dude.
Love it.
Yeah. No, this place does such good food. And again, the guy who runs it now, I think there are pictures on the wall of when he was a kid. They're like, the family around a restaurant. The pictures are clearly from the 80s or something. And there's this little boy at the table. And I'm pretty sure that's our man who runs it now. He's pictures as a little kid 45 years ago. But like we've been going there for, I don't know, at least 15 years. Like there's a cinema, a suburban, it's a multi-screen place, but it's a bit more sort of art house suburban cinema. And we would regularly go have Indian, then go and see a movie, or see a movie, then have Indian, depending on the timing.
What a combo.
But like I said, COVID just really put me off going to cinemas and being in a closed space with people. But
especially indie cinemas where you're much more in like it's a smaller venue as well.
yeah. So I went to Project Hail Mary because only going to be a small number of people there because it was the luxury cinema.
I was going to watch that today. I didn't end up watching it. I ended up putting on some laser discs and streaming those today. But I need to do that. I've got it on the Plex now. So
yeah, I was so surprised that you already had that on Plex. In all honesty, because I only saw it in the cinema last week. If I'd have known you were going to have it on Plex that soon, I probably wouldn't have gone to the cinema. But it was different. It was a cinema experience.
You're supporting the industry. Yeah. No. And what happened was because I'm working on the Angry Project, and because these videos are like, when I do by the end of the week, each video takes up like 10 gig.
Yeah.
Between all the clips and the 2 versions of the video that is uncompressed and stuff like that, it ends up being like 10 gig. Where does he get his info from? I have no idea. I follow this stuff on Reddit. That's all. Join Reddit, and there's a group called 4K Blu-ray, and there's tons of posts about this kind of stuff. You're going to be inundated with awesome information. It's so much fun. Anyway, what was I saying?
The editing you're doing.
Editing, right? No, that's right. Yeah. So it takes up a lot of hard drive space. So I decided to take my whole 4K folder and move it from one drive to another.
Yeah.
So it clears up the drive where all the projects are. So I don't have to constantly be moving files about and dealing with low space issues. And so what you're meant to do is you're meant to tell Plex, here's where it was, here's where it's going, and leave those 2 in there until it's been transferred. Yeah. What I did is I put in, here's where it's going, and removed where it was. So then when I transferred everything, it added all the movies back onto Plex like they were new movies.
Which honestly I found interesting when they were popping up like recently added. And then because you told me that's what was happening, and it was all these other titles, and it was like, oh, it's kind of fun to see these titles pop up.
Yeah, it was actually, but then it took like 6 hours that afternoon to sit there and just add all the right covers onto them and stuff like that, because I'm OCD like that. I like them to look really, really good for the people playing it.
Absolutely understand that. Well,
anyway, on overtime again, and look forward to seeing you on Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah, I'm hanging out with the Feds tomorrow, the Australian Signals Directorate. I'm going to a special thing in the city tomorrow, so watch out. I'm hanging out with fucking Fed spies and shit. If you mess with me, I'll stick them onto you.
Yep. Just don't tell them what you're growing in the shed. You're fine,
I know, right? Oh, dear. Okay, so everyone, take care. Look after yourselves. Probably back for a stream on Tuesday night. I'll say bye for now.
Oh, wait. There's just... Rain said, wait, guys. Discord, memes, live reaction.
Okay, let's do it. Okay. Because he posts pretty good memes.
And it's Rain. Right. He's not on often, No, Madam Butterfly.
Okay, so Discord memes. What's this one? Doctor, this is fine. What the fuck? Put it back. Okay. That's a classic. I like that one. How often do planes crash? Just once.
Just once, yeah.
Can I take this medicine with diarrhea? Yes, but it tastes better with water. Cargo space? Can't do that. Cargo road. That's okay. Those are all
I like that one the best. The fourth one was my favorite.
More.
Holy shit, he's been busy. Okay.
Any questions? Why do lesbians masturbate with plastic penises and not vaginas? From the lesson. Oh, no. And just like that, I found out she didn't like it. Oh, dear. What's this one? Yesterday, I took a pregnancy test. Really? What was the toughest question? Are you retarded? Wow, what was the answer? Oh, dear. The doctor said I should touch myself whenever I feel like it. No, he said you could have a stroke at any time.
That's a good one.
Those are all classics. Nicely done.
All right. Night, gang.
Let's cut that in. Night, everyone. See you on Tuesday.
Thank you
Bye.
again.
You are totally fucked!